Good day everybody, and welcome to Kampala Road, and excuse the cockerel in the background which is still chirping away. And also this is my subscriber special, and last time I looked at it was at 76. Blown away by that, and so thank you very much. Really does mean a lot. So I thought I'd do some double heading on this video for the subscribers. Never done it before. Got three different types of locos. That's the one you see there in the foreground, the 50s, 9Fs and 37s if I can get them to go the right direction. But yeah, please enjoy, and again thanks very much. I'll join you at the end of the video. I'll shut up now. Just one footnote, I just want to apologise, my layout does look like a building site at the moment. Probably actually, to be honest, far worse than a building site, so there's a lot of junk lying around. I do apologise, and over the next week I hope to clear things up. Await some fish plates arriving in 2 or 3 weeks time, but I will clear things up and carry on with videos, hopefully on a slightly tidier layout. Cheers. So just before we get underway, I have a little story about a 9F that I remembered actually once I bought this one. I'd completely forgotten about it, and very quickly, my own personal story. When I was about 7 years old, so it was about 1971-ish, 72, can't remember when, my dad took myself and my sister to Haworth. And I think my sister must have been doing a project on the Bronte sisters, and we went round the Bronte's house, and I dutifully was dragged around. As a 7-year-old, as you can imagine, I really wasn't very interested. And anyway, the only thing I really remember about that visit is halfway up the stairs in the house there was a portrait of the three sisters. Yeah, that was exactly on the landing, if you like, halfway up the stairs. And that's all I really remember of it. But afterwards we went down to the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. That was my sort of prize for putting up and going around the Brontes. And we were looking for the Railway Children's pannier tank engine, which my dad had found out was still painted in the brown livery that it appeared in the movie in the early 70s, 70 I think. And we went down there and we saw it down at the end of the line near some sheds. So health and safety not being what it was back then as it is now, we walked down the trackside and went up to the locomotive, and there was a fireman or driver in there. I remember him, and I do remember as a 7-year-old being impressed how big the thing was, this pannier tank. And he came down and had a chat with my dad, and Dad came over to me and said, "Right, come over here, got something special to show you." And we walked over to a shed. He opened the door, the fireman that is, and we looked in the gloom and walked in, and there was the Evening Star sitting in the shed. And we walked up to it, and I just remember the size was enormous. It was huge for a 7-year-old boy to walk up to it, and the fireman told us that it was in storage there waiting for a museum they were going to build in York. So I assume that was the NRM. But two overriding memories of that day was one, the amount of grease on the linkages on the wheels. It was just, the whole train was just covered in grease for protection. And the other thing was, the other overriding memory I have that day was, there's a very famous picture of the Bronte sisters, it's always shown on TV and is printed. It's the three sisters in the portrait, which I said appeared halfway up the stairs. And it has fold marks in it. Somebody folded the paper in 4, or the canvas I should say, in 4. And those who have seen it will know what I'm talking about. And I remember as a 7-year-old thinking, what idiot folded a portrait rather than rolled it up? And that's my memory of that day. But yeah, that's my little 9F anecdote. So I hope you enjoy what's coming up. It's 9Fs and a couple of diesel double headers. Thank you very much, and I'll say hello again at the end. Cheers. Okay, well, I have to admit that was not as easy as I thought it would be. Some of these locos are like prima donnas, they don't like each other. But I hope you enjoyed what I did. That's the first time I've done double headers, and I won't be rushing to do it again. But thank you very much, everybody, for your support, and like everybody on YouTube, you know, I really enjoy other people's channels and watching what goes on and learning, most importantly. But yeah, it's very important to feel supported, especially where I am, I think. But on those videos you'll probably see my major problem, which is warping baseboards. But anyway, we live and learn and put up with what we've got. Thanks again, and see you soon. Take care for now.